Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, traders from across the globe, and welcome to the 1005th edition of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar Carboni, and that would be me. Traders, this 1005th video is being filmed on Thursday night for trading Friday, April 12th, 2013. As we know, futures trading can be extremely risky and cause substantial financial loss. If you do not understand the risks behind trading, if you do not recognize that futures trading is certainly not suitable for all trading accounts, and if you do not recognize that a stop is and can certainly be your best friend, get up and run, because you're not built for this game. For you traders that understand risk, that have risk capital, and that know you got to have stops in, let's get moving. What's on the board? For trading on Friday, traders, right off the bat, a green omni again. Love those green omnis in the emini, S&P, and the Dow. Traders, here is what I know about a mentality or a trading approach. When you are a day trader and you get into a bull market, you get into buy the dips mode. And you try to make sure that every time you have a decent dip, you are a buyer at some point, because you're in a bull market. And we have an old, I don't know, it's an old saying, I guess you could call it. We have an old adage from the trading floor, and that old adage or old saying is, when in buy the dips mode, we buy dips until it hurts. What does that mean? We buy dips until it hurts. That means you continue to be someone that buys the dips when they come down until finally you reach a point in the market where buying dips gets you stopped out a few times in a row, and it starts to hurt, and you realize the market has changed complexion. Until a market changes complexion, and if you are in buy the dips mode, you continue to buy the dips until it hurts. Now, I'll say this. There are lots of technicians out there. How about you Elliott Wave technicians? I told you knuckleheads that the top wasn't in and we would blast right through this. I've been telling you this since 2009. You psychos have been calling the top consistently since 2009. Elliott Wave traders, think about something. We are now higher in every single U.S. indice than we were at the highs of 2007 before the crash. 2007 high, crash, here's where we are now. How on earth are you still saying that the market is in crash mode? What the Elliott Wave technicians want us to believe is that this has been a dead cat bounce since 2009. They're out of their minds. They don't see anything but nonsense. And what the Elliott Wave technicians do is go, oh, look, the market went up into an ABC wave. It's going to come down right now. And a guy like me gets in front of the camera and goes, what? These guys don't know what they're talking about. It's going straight up. And then it goes straight up. And they go, wait, it was not quite an ABC. This was a second wave of a B wave, of a C wave, of an X wave, of a W wave. They bring shit out from the closet. They staple it on the wall and go, look, this is what it is now. We were wrong. Next week, the top's going to come in. You know what? These guys are out of their minds. If you want to learn technical analysis, you come on down to livewithoscar.com. Come into my live trading rooms. Don't trade alone. And allow me to teach you how to read the charts. Because anybody that looks at an ABC wave and says the top is in is crazy. There's something wrong with the person. I kid you not. I've been in this business for 31 years. These guys are insane. They don't know anything about tops. When the top finally comes, they go, told you! But meanwhile, they've been calling it since 2004. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you can't just say the top's in when it finally comes in if you've been calling top for $500 in the S&P. So listen, you Elliott Wave technicians, stop the nonsense. Stop trying to figure out what's happening in the waves and read the chart for what it is. Learn how to trade. Come on down to Live with Oscar and allow me to show you something. What I want to show you next is this. We do have the green omni, but it's not lovely. I mean, it's a green omni, and we stay with the green omni, and we buy the dips until it hurts. But I'm not as in love with tonight's signal for trading on Friday as I was with Wednesday and Thursday's signal. But it is a green omni. It is telling us to buy the dips. And with no further ado, let me show you some charts. Traders, the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Forget about Elliott Wave. Just take a look. Look, it's in a channel. They work really, really well, and you don't have to make stuff up. Okay? So here we are in a nice parallel channel. Every time it bounces off this parallel channel, it takes off, hits the channel, and takes off. It's what it seems to do every time. That's what it does. That's what it just did. And it's on its way higher. So you got to be in buy the dip mode. That's for your daily. I'm going to now step this out to the weekly charts because I think they're more important right now. Traders, here's what's really going on. This is the meat and potatoes behind this market right now. Here is your Dow Jones Industrial Average weekly bar. It has been bouncing off the bottom of this and holding really well in this newly defined parallel channel, looking to move even higher, looking to get above the big 15,000 mark. I think it certainly will do that without much trouble. If you want to take a look at this, it's actually in a much nicer parallel channel that goes all the way up here. This is a very nice looking chart. And then the whole thing is one big major parallel channel that's just been moving higher. You gotta love the Dow on the weekly. Then you look at the Russell on the weekly. This chart I've been showing you for the last week now. We came down and hit these two trend lines perfectly and have bounced all the way to here on the weekly since. So the Russell weekly, you gotta love the Russell weekly right now it looks like it wants to go higher. Then you have the NASDAQ weekly. Traders, look at how fantastic the NASDAQ looks on a weekly basis. Now you can go, oh look, this is a shoulder, and here's a head, and here's another shoulder. I don't buy that. This is just a market that's moving higher, and that's what it wants to do right now. And it will move higher. It will stay in this channel and will move to the top of the channel. And that is what we would expect out of the weekly. Now, of course, there are pullbacks along the way, but the weekly has been doing real well and looks quite strong in your NASDAQ. And then, of course, simply go across the pond and take a look at what's happened recently. Great development. Once again, this is the very same trend line that seems to be holding constantly, right? Hold, 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 hold. Then here you got through it for one settlement, turned right back around this week and ended up all the way up here. Inside of it, another hold, and the weekly DAX looks good. Traders, the weekly charts look fantastic, and weekly is where you get your general trend from. That looks good to me. Maybe some pullbacks along the way, but you continue to buy the dips until it hurts. So, traders, you've seen the charts, and there is my technical argument for why we have the green OMNI. Now, don't forget, stop listening to these nut jobs with their Elliott wave technician theory. Wave A, wave B, wave C, zigzag, flip, up, down, wave Z. Forget the nonsense. I kid you not, you take a daily bar chart, you do some good trend line analysis, you look at a few indicators, and you've got tomorrow's trade lined up for you. You want to learn how to do that? Come on down to livewithoscar.com, come to my free trading rooms, and I will teach you how to be a much better technician than any of the crap you can pull from Elliott. And quite honestly, if you've watched the other 1,004 other videos I've done, you'll recognize that the brand of analysis I do is pretty darn accurate. It's something that you need to know. So come on down to Live with Oscar and allow me to teach it to you. Traders, subscribe to my videos. Allow YouTube to send you an email every time I shoot out a video. This way you know that there's a new one. Or come on down to livewithoscar.com and enter into a free membership at the site. That'll get you into my trading room for free, and then you'll know whenever a video is going to come out. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend. I will see you at the site for All Day Friday. And don't forget, keep your emotions out of trading. One of the best things you can do to help yourselves with that, with keeping your emotions at bay, is to say this to yourselves every morning, every afternoon, every evening. And you know what that is. Stops are in. Emotions are out. Yes, indeed. Video 1005. And remember, when in buy the dips mode, buy the dips until it hurts. Futures trading is risky and can cause substantial financial loss. We do not claim or guarantee that you will profit from the information provided.